Alright, welcome back to my Let's Play a Lamplight City where we left off. Oh, but this family's just the worst. Like, why? Why are we, helping these people and trying to solve the case? I'm almost tempted just to accuse the entire family of being just assholes. Just to the human race. And then they can get arrested and, happy pickles kind of thing. Yeah, so that was the thing. Anywho, my plan was to go talk to the son, the lady in the kitchen. I can't remember her name. Sorry, I'm recording these in batches, so it's been a while since I've recorded this mini rant. Like I said with my, one Let's Play of Pixels Time Paradox, not to record in the heat. So it's nice outside. It's windy out. Like, a nice wind. It's nice. But because we have a smoke advisory, I have to close all the windows so our house is warm. There's no winning. There's no winning with this summer. I swear. Like, I told myself we'd be prepared for summer. We got the portable ACs and we're like, yes. Didn't think of smoke advisories. So windows have to be closed. It just annoys me. I know, hoping for rain. It's supposed to be raining today and tomorrow. I'm hoping for it. I am trying to do what I can. Mini rant over. Okay, let's go. Let's go downstairs. Mini rant. Let's talk to the son and be like, you're a terrible person. Your mom's a terrible person.
I have some questions for you.
All right.
There we go. Some more stuff. I'm not sure the father's a terrible person, but he's seen the stuff happen, so he's already thrown into the terrible person category, which we have to go up to the cabin to go awkwardly stare at him. But anywho, from the top.
Did you know Guy Dumas?
The old gardener? Sure, I knew him. We didn't talk very much. He was just a servant after all, but he seemed like a nice man. He stopped coming around about 2 months ago. Too bad, really. He did a good job of keeping the gardens looking nice. The new one is all right, but he just doesn't have that special touch Guy did.
Were you familiar with a servant named Celine?
Yes, I believe she was one of the maids. I didn't talk to her very much. Oh, she quit not so long ago. At least I assume she did. I haven't seen her in about 3 months.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Okay, to the kitchen. And I guess I have to talk to the doctor as well. I forgot about him. He's also a terrible person. This, Emile, what's her name? Emile, not so much. She's the best person in this entire household. She should have, like...
Amelie?
Yes? What is it? We mustn't be seen talking.
I found this upstairs in Madame Dupre's bedroom. Do you recognize it?
Oh, please take that away, Mr. Fordham. Why would you show it to me?
I'm sorry, I didn't think it would upset you.
Miles. Maybe someday you'll learn how to read basic human emotion.
Thank you, Amelie. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Now please, let me get back to work.
Okay, oops. Pickles. Okay, well, we have that whip. We should burn it. I forgot we took it. Well, we'll burn the thing. And like fire. And then acid. And then, I don't know, whether it's cement. And then more acid.
Doctor, may I ask you a few questions?
Please be my guest.
Tell me what you know about Jean Dupre.
I'd rather not speak of him. Madame Dupre does not need to be agitated any further.
I take it you don't look very favorably upon him then.
I'll just say this. If my wife had been attacked and left for dead, you can be sure I wouldn't leave her side.
What a gentleman. He doesn't even leave women who aren't his wife.
I see what you mean. Do you know where I might find him?
I only wish I did.
Those are all the questions I've got for now.
I hope I answered them adequately.
I mean, we could just keep bringing it up. I really don't care for this woman. Just keep bringing up all the questions. All the questions that relate to him. So that tells me possibly the daughter would know. Maybe, unless we did get the proper coordinates. They say it was like up north or something. I'm trying to remember. But okay. I mean, we can ask. Actually, we have a couple places we can go to ask. Let's go here first. Basically, go work our way from the right all the way to the left.
Nothing else to ask him right now. He hasn't got much time.
Okay, so nothing. That's done. The coffee house. I don't think there's gonna be anything at the cemetery. Nope, nothing at all. Kate, never mind. This is gonna be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's check with our lovely, I guess, assistant. I might as well call her our assistant up. You know,
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
she's been pretty helpful. Review case.
I wanted to go over the case with you.
Okay, what have you got?
I'm having a bit of trouble locating Jean Dupre. I know he has a hunting cabin in the swamp, but it could be anywhere.
The swamp is fairly big. It can be hard to locate just one cabin.
I suppose it would make sense to ask someone in his family about it. That's enough about the case for now.
Okay,
I mean, that is the point. I'm going
That's
to
it,
be
I think.
then you'd better get...
asking the daughter. Okay, so not a whole lot with Upton. So I guess, yeah, we'll go talk to the daughter. Hello.
Hello again, Miss Montgomery. Mind answering a few more questions?
Hello, Mr. Fordham. Not at all.
And of course, once again, from the top.
Is there anything you can tell me about your stepfather, Jean?
He's a kind man. I don't really see him too often. He seemed rather upset at Mother's funeral, but I can't help but wonder if he feels the same way as I do about her death.
What do you mean?
Just that I get the distinct impression that he and Mother's marriage isn't as perfect as they'd like it to appear.
I'm starting to sense a trend here.
Your brother told me that Jean enjoys hunting. Do you know where his cabin is?
Yes, it's in Fenton Swamp. I went out there with him a few times, but I didn't really enjoy it. Frankly, the place is rather grotesque. All those stuffed trophies staring at you with their cold, dead eyes. Plants are much nicer to have around. Anyway, if you take the main road through the swamp about 1.5 miles, you'll come upon a small dirt path that goes northeast. Take that until you see a small cabin on the left. That's it.
Thank you for the information, Miss Montgomery.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, we found a location. Let's finish these 2 points, and I guess we're going to a swamp.
Do you know Guy Dumas?
Yes, he was one of our servants. He used to enjoy reading my books, as well as Andrew's.
When did you see him last?
Just last week, he came by to see me and asked to borrow some books.
Do you know where I might be able to find him?
Not really. I get the impression that he moves around frequently. But I can tell him you're looking for him next time I see him, if you like.
Please do. Although hopefully I'll be able to find him before then.
Okay, yeah, I get this feeling we're gonna go to the swamp, and then we'll talk to Celine and the other gentleman.
Were you friends with Celine, the maid?
Yes, I was quite fond of Celine. She was so sweet and interesting to talk to. One day, she just left the house with no explanation. Mother said it was because she had found work elsewhere. I was terribly saddened. I wish I'd had the chance to say goodbye to her, at least. What's your interest in her?
Oh, I was just curious, that's all. No more questions for now.
Then if you don't mind, I have work to do.
I mean, your mother is a terrible person. You know, we could really drive that point home with her. I think she already knows her mom's terrible, but you know, let's expand further on that point. There we go. The hunting cabin. I feel like I should save. I get this feeling it's gonna be important. Or not. Oh, I thought they'd be traveling. Never mind. Hello.
Hello? Is anyone here?
Strange of Dupre to leave the door unlocked. Maybe it means he'll be returning soon.
I mean, there's a gun missing on the rack, unless they only own 2 rifles, but I'm pretty confident there's a 3rd one and it's missing. I guess we'll stare awkwardly at everything and then we'll do the exploring.
Some high society type in the middle of a hunt. I don't understand why anyone would get a thrill out of murdering innocent creatures.
That's because people are dumb.
Not a very dignified end for our friend Mr. Bear.
I guess a better way to put it is, you know, what was it the best way that someone told me? Basically, like your actors, your like billionaires and everything, they live in their own little bubble. And they do weird shit. And stuff that like us people who have to live in the life of, you know, we deal with shit a lot. Just don't understand why would you like do the shit you do. It seems dumb. You know, that kind of thing. They live in their own little dumb bubble. That's the best way to put it.
Are these even native to New Britannia?
I'm gonna say no.
An absolute bore.
Ah, I like that.
I had a nasty run-in with an alligator when I was a child. One less in the world doesn't really bother me, to be honest.
Man, when gators or alligators get like moving, they're scary. Like when they want to like jump and attack you, oh, that's scary.
Seems Mr. Dupre is a Bollingworth man. Maybe he's not so bad after all.
Alright. Did I click on the rug? I think I did.
Not a very dignified end for our friend Mr. Bear.
No. I will say I've seen and poked some bearskin rugs. They're weird. Like, they're weird. That's just like the touch of them, like how thin they are. And then like, because I'm weird, poking the tongue, like obviously the tongue's not gonna be real. It was rubber, like kind of a weird rubber, but it's just weird. Like, that's another thing. I don't, Bubble. We can look into the cabinet here. Okay, like I said, let's look at everything and then we'll pop in there.
Satchels, boxes, and other assorted boring things for hunting.
Okay.
You really have to wonder about someone who chooses to surround themselves with dead things.
Sorry. It's a good question. See, it's weird because like, I find it weird because like my father does hunting, like the hunting for deer when the deer season happens, and like he's the whole, if he gets a deer he uses everything, but like he's got the mounted like deer antlers and the deer, and I mean it's I don't know, it's a trophy, but like it's such a touchy subject because like, yes, hunting, if you do it like hunting for meat, hunting for like that stuff and using all the animal, I mean, like it's such a touchy I don't know why I'm kind of like tiptoeing all around this, because like some people are like, yay, hunting's good, and other people are like, hunting sucks, and it's just like hunting's good, but then like everything, like certain things, we can't have nice things. There are people who are dumb that do dumb things that causes problems for people that actually like do the thing that is good, like for its purpose, and like respects it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, tacos are great. Let's talk about tacos. Tacos are great, especially deluxe mixie fries from Taco Bell. Or Taco Time, not Taco Bell. Taco Bell is garbage. For those people who like Taco Bell, I'm sorry. Taco Time is great. It's fantastic. The Mixie Fry Deluxe is amazing. Oh my goodness. Anywho, let's look at the gun rack and then in the cabinet. I apologize. I apologize.
One of the guns is missing. Jean must be out using it currently.
Cabinet.
Let's see if Jean has anything interesting in here.
Not very much, except a letter.
Ooh, dear John, thank you so much for your help. To think that Mother would try and have me withdraw from my studies is just unbelievable. Don't worry. I won't tell her you made the university change their minds. One attempt to ruin a life is quite enough. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Also, I'm going to toss it out there because playing Frankenstein through the eyes of... Apparently this is the rambling episode of Paul. I apologize. So, comparing the handwriting... And I've mentioned this every time I play a point-and-click adventure game on, like, Twitch or the Let's Plays. This I can read. If you're making... Guys, I'm just pointing that out. If you're making a point-and-click adventure game, any game, that you're like, I'm going to make this letter, and I'm going to make a handwriting. Make the handwriting readable. This is very readable. I can definitely read it. we go to Frankenstein through the eyes of the monster, and it's like, I can make the words out, and some of them I'm like, what are you saying? I don't know if they teach handwriting still in like elementary school, middle school, high school. I mean, shameless plug, let me know in the comments. Were you taught to do handwriting in school? I was. I know how to handwrite. I dropped it though because I just prefer how I write. How I write. I guess that's a better way. How I write normally compared to handwriting. I just like that better than how I handwrite. My handwriting was always just really bad. Anywho, yeah. It's the rambling episode. I'm so sorry, guys.
Who the hell are you? What are you doing in my cabin?
Jean Dupre, I presume?
Yes, that's right. Who are you?
Miles Fordham, private investigator. I'm looking into the attempted murder of your wife.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Forgive my rudeness, but you startled me.
Perfectly understandable, Mr. Dupre.
This is a man whose bark is most definitely worse than his bite.
I was right. There are supposed to be 3 guns. Ah.
You know, I've heard it said that needing to have so many guns is a sign of overcompensation.
I agree with you. I could ramble. I'm not gonna ramble. Tacos are great, guys. Have you tried the Mexi Fries Deluxe from Taco Time? Tacos are great. Anywho, this area just makes you want to ramble about certain things. Anywho, tacos are great. Let's talk to Dupree. Let's go.
Can we talk, Mr. Dupre?
I suppose so. Yes.
All right, from the top.
What can you tell me about Madame Dupre?
Oh, my dear wife. The past few days have been just awful for all of us.
Yes, I can imagine. How long have you been married?
For 7 wonderful years. Laura and I are just as much in love now as we were on the day we married.
Lord, does he actually expect anyone to believe that nonsense?
You'll pardon me for being so frank, Mr. Dupre, but why are you out hunting and not at your wife's side?
Excuse me? Who are you to lecture me on my marriage?
A fellow married man, that's who. Your wife has just suffered a very traumatic ordeal. Shouldn't you be at home caring for her?
But with all the confusion at the house, with the police investigating and her being attended to by her doctor, I just needed to get away for a bit. Surely you can understand, Mr. Fordham.
There's something off about this guy, Miles. He's definitely hiding something. And for once, I don't think it's from his wife.
Oh my goodness, he's just that, yeah. Man. Oh, yes, there's so much. You could tell he's clearly lying.
Do you know anything about the circumstances surrounding Madame Dupre's death?
Horrible. Simply horrible.
Do you have any idea why Mr. Martin might have attempted to kill her?
Mr. Martin? You mean the boys they arrested? Andrew said it's because Martin and his mother are witches who prey on the well-to-do. You only need to take one look at him to see his trouble. It's a shame they put him away so quickly. I'd have liked to teach him a lesson or two, believe you me.
Yeah, right. A lesson on how to cower in the corner, most likely.
I suppose it goes without saying that you enjoy hunting, Mr. Dupre?
Yes, I do. I consider myself something of an outdoorsman, you see. It's nice to be able to go out and get some fresh air after being sat at the bank all day.
What about your home life?
Truth be told, I'm not at home as often as I'd like to be. I've been trying to make more time, but something usually comes up. Business is business, after all.
Yeah, but what business are we talking about here exactly?
Pretty confident he's having an affair. Like, 100% he's having an affair.
What can you tell me about your stepchildren?
Andrew and Juliet? I see a bright future ahead for both of them.
What's your relationship with them like?
It's fine. Why do you ask?
I got the distinct impression from both of them that they hardly ever see you.
Well, yes, I suppose that is true. We don't spend much time together. But they're both so busy with school, I don't want to get in their way. Not to mention my job keeps me away from home for considerable periods of time.
Excuses, excuses. I get the feeling Mr. Dupre avoids his family on purpose. But why?
Do you fear your wife, Mr. Dupre?
Do I... what?
The question's quite simple. Are you afraid of Madame Dupre?
Why in the east would you think that?
Emil told me you were. I found this whip. You're clearly afraid of your own shadow. Ooh, these two are really good. Let's go for the top one. Yeah.
Your kitchen maid, Amelie, told me you were.
And you believed her? Really, Mr. Fordham, servants are good for one thing only, and that's their jobs. Providing information does not fall under that umbrella.
Okay, he's also a piece of shit. Okay.
Mr. Dupre, be honest with me. Are you afraid of your wife?
Here you go again with that ridiculous question. Why would you think I fear my wife?
Okay, it's the whip.
I'd be afraid of someone who kept a bloody whip in my bedroom. Care to explain that?
You don't know her like I do. No one does. Well, no one aside from the servants, I suppose. She's cruel, Mr. Fordham. Crueler than anyone or anything I've ever seen.
I mean, you could actually now tell us, which is right there. So let's go.
Tell me more about Madame Dupre's cruelty.
She treats the servants like animals, Mr. Fordham. She would say the most vile, awful things to them. Things I would expect to hear on the Gascon docks, not from the lips of a grande dame. And the beatings. Oh, God. The screams I would hear from somewhere in the house. I never dared find out where.
Nobody else ever heard the screaming?
No. She was cunning. She would do it when no one else was around. Once she knew I had heard, she threatened me. Told me she would...
Yes?
She threatened to expose my secret, Mr. Fordham.
And what secret is that?
Our marriage is one of convenience. It's all for show. Laura has herself a well-to-do husband, and I am a normal man in the eyes of society.
I see. I suppose that would explain a few things.
Well, now, how was that not obvious to you? The soporific is really having a bad effect on you.
Don't worry, Mr. Dupre. Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you, Mr. Fordham.
Dun dun dun.
Tell me what you know about Guy Dumas and Celine.
Celine had an accident.
What kind of accident?
Laura thought Celine had been stealing her silverware. She got a bit carried away with a beating and...
Dupre killed Celine?
Yes, she did. In order to keep it quiet, she had Celine placed in our family tomb.
I see. What about Guy?
I don't know. I never saw him again after that.
Well, this case has certainly taken a turn for the sinister.
Yes, what the fuck? These people are just terrible. Let's just arrest them all, except, like, why? Juliet is kind of an ass in her own way. But, like, ugh. I just want to kick these guys in jail so much. The worst part is I'm supposed to be the worst detective ever. But, like, I want to kick these people into jail so bad. Game developer, why you do this to me?
Do you know anything about Madame Dupre trying to get Juliet taken out of her classes at the university?
Ah, yes. Laura didn't approve of her daughter's desire to further her education. So, she sent a letter to the university requesting Juliet's withdrawal. I didn't approve of her trying to meddle in Juliet's affairs. If she wants to study, she should be free to do so. I wrote them a letter myself, without Laura's knowledge, telling them to disregard the previous request for withdrawal.
That's very good of you.
Yes, well, I dislike seeing people being told what they can and can't do by others.
Yet, he seems perfectly willing to employ servants at his home. Well, I suppose we're all hypocrites in one way or another.
I'll be going now.
Au revoir, Mr. Fordham.
Au revoir. Can I punch you? I feel like I just want to punch you. Is there a combination, a keyboard combination or some secret code to, like, punch the NPCs? I would like to know. I guess we're out of here. We gotta go to the graveyard to find the tomb of Celine. And all that fun stuff. We gotta go back here too. but let's go to the grave. So I would be an unmarked one.
These crypts are reserved for future generations of Chestertons to rot in.
There are only 3 left.
Then let's hope the Chestertons aren't opposed to spending eternity cozied up to one another.
Unless it's just not gonna let me, unless it's one of these ones.
These crypts.
There are
Then let's. These crypts.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I think I hit the right one.
Douglas Chester.
Nope, never mind.
This must be what was going to be Madame Dupre's.
I don't see.
What? Were you expecting it?
No. Dale
Wait a minute. This is Celine, the maid.
Ah. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's a paper. Sorry, I skipped that dialogue. Yeah.
Somehow a piece of paper got wedged into the side of the vault.
Can we take it? Oh, we totally can. Pull on the paper, use tweezers. Ooh, we don't want to, I don't think pulling's gonna work. I feel like tweezers. Let's do the tweezers.
Carefully now.
Oh, I have to do it. No. Why are you gonna make me do it? I'm terrible at operation. I'm really bad at operation. Do.
Got it. Nice work, Fordham. Now to see what this is.
Interesting.
Leaving notes for the dead. How very touching. Wonder if anyone has left me one at my grave.
Quiet, Bill. I need to think. We know this note is likely from Guy. Now we just need to figure out where to find him.
Is there anything on the other side of that piece of paper?
Bill, you're a genius.
I wouldn't give me all the credit just yet.
Let's see. A receipt for an extended stay at the Stun Arms. Does that sound familiar at all?
Vaguely. But I can't recall anything off the top of my head.
Looks like we'll have to do a bit more searching.
Oh, things are just getting good. Case is getting gooder. It's very Swiss, guys. All this heat from the crime is just melting all this cheese into good cheese. Okay, so I guess we'll have to go talk, not to pray, Upton. But I want to go back here to see if anything has been brought up. Regards to meeting that one gentleman.
Hello again, Miss Montgomery. Mind answering a few more questions?
Hello, Mr. Fordham. Not at all.
Ah, okay, there's a bunch of stuff.
I found this note from Guy at your mother's family tomb.
At the tomb? Why would he leave a note there?
It's for Celine. She's been interred there.
She's dead? Oh God, that's terrible. What happened to her? And why would she be in our family tomb?
That isn't for me to say. You'll have to ask your stepfather. In any case, this note was written on a hotel receipt. I'm trying to find where it came from, but the name is only partially legible.
I can't say it rings any bells. I'm sorry, Mr. Fordham.
Did your mother try to get you withdrawn from the university?
As a matter of fact, she did. Just another one of the many ways she tried interfering with my life.
What happened, exactly?
Mother wrote the university requesting that I be withdrawn. I found out about it when the enrollment office contacted me. I couldn't believe it at first. I thought it was some sort of mistake, but then they showed me the letter.
I take it you were upset.
More than upset, Mr. Fordham. I was furious. I was trying to make a real life for myself. One that wasn't about dresses or debutante balls or fending off suitors. I'd been given the chance to make something of myself, and Mother was ready to bring it all crashing down, just because she didn't agree with it.
But in the end, you're still here.
Yes, Jean stepped in and fixed everything. He didn't have to do it, but it was very good of him. I'm afraid that was the beginning of the end of my relationship with Mother. We never really managed to fix things after that.
No more questions for now.
Then if you don't mind, I have work to do.
Fordham, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Wait, what am I saying? Of course you are. Madame Dupre has been interfering with Juliet's studies and disapproved of her relationship with Martin, hence they're falling out. Plus, the information in Juliet's notes about ethericity, putting animals into a death-like trance, seems awfully suspicious. It's enough to establish both means and motive. That's plenty to consider her a suspect.
I mean, it's true, but the fact that they haven't, like, they kind of, like, they haven't had a relationship since then, she may not be it because she doesn't talk to her mother anymore. I feel like it's someone else who went to go visit her at that one apartment. The mom found out, they fought, stuff like that. Okay. So maybe I'll go back to the hunting cabin, talk to the dad. Maybe also go here as well. I don't think Dupre Manor is going to help at all. Oh, maybe. Maybe a meal. But let's go back here with that evidence and see what we can find.
Oh, Mr. Fordham, you're back.
Yes, I am.
Can we talk, Mr. Dupre?
I suppose so. Yes.
Ah, note.
I found this note in the Chesterton tomb. I suspect it was left by Guy.
So he's still alive.
Apparently so, and staying at a hotel somewhere, judging from this receipt the note was written on. As you can see, the name is only partially legible. Do you know where the Stun Arms might be?
I'm afraid not. Sorry.
I'll be going now.
Au revoir, Mr. Fordham.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a feeling this is an Upton question, but I'll ask people. I'll ask everybody. And if I can't get what I want, yeah, I'll ask her. So let's go back home and maybe ask the wife. Oh. Oh, she's not here. I think she mentioned she had to go somewhere. Yeah, okay, she's not here. Okay, I guess not. Well, let's escape out of here. Okay, so let's go back here. I don't think he's got anything, but we'll ask.
Nothing else?
Nope, not at all. I guess I'll go back to Dupre Manor. I don't think I'm...
This quack hasn't... Alright, if we didn't know...
Words. Okay, so nothing there. I'm gonna guess the son may not know, and I don't think Emil's gonna know, but, you know, ask. Maybe the parrot. I don't think the parrot knows, but I feel like the parrot is crucial, to this crime.
Pieces. So,
Just had to.
I have some questions for you.
All right.
Ah, okay.
I found this note from Guy at your mother's family tomb.
I don't think I understand. Who did he leave it for?
Celine. She was interred in there.
Celine is dead? Why haven't I heard about any of this?
An excellent question, but not one for me to answer. I'm interested in finding Guy. See this receipt on the other side of the note? I need to find this hotel, the Stun Arms.
I can't think of anywhere with that name. I know a pub in Lyon called the Albert Arms, but that doesn't seem to match.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
I guess Emil, and if not, yeah, we'll talk to Upton.
Amelie?
Yes? What is it? We mustn't be seen talking.
Amelie, my bad. Guy's note, there we go.
I found a note from Guy at the Chesterton tomb. He left it at Celine's vault.
So Celine is dead? And in Madame's family too?
Indeed.
My God, that woman really is the devil.
I need to find Guy, Emily. He wrote this note on a receipt for a hotel, but the name's only partially visible. Do you know any place that would be called the Stun Arms?
No, I don't know any hotels in the city. I'm sorry I can't help you, Mr. Fordham.
Thank you, Amelie. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Now please, let me get back to work.
I mean, at this point, if I found out that someone I knew was dead, and, you know, I was still working for said person, I think I'd be quitting by now and just piecing out. Because these people are the worst. Like, holy pickles, they're the worst. I guess I'll go to Upton and see what I can get information-wise there. Because, yeah, I've been everywhere. So, yeah, the coffee house. Hi, Upton. I gotta bug you.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Review case.
I wanted to go over the case with you.
Okay, what have you got?
The note.
I found this note in the Chesterton tomb. I think it was left by the person who attacked Madame Dupre.
Nice work. Sounds like you're about ready to wrap things up.
I will be as soon as I find him. Take a look at the other side of it.
Part of a receipt for a hotel?
Yes, but the name is only partially visible at the bottom.
Stun Arms. The only hotel that comes to mind is the Boston Arms in Chumley.
Of course! I knew the name sounded familiar. Ah, the stories I could tell you about that place. Not right now.
You're helpful as always, Upton. Thank you.
Good luck, Fordham. I hope you find your suspect.
I hope so, too.
That's enough about the case for now.
Okay.
Alright, then let's get out of here. I don't want to wrap
That's
up.
it, I think.
Then you'd better get back to it.
I don't want to wrap up the case, even though I'm supposed to be playing the worst detective ever. But I want to really like see everything, and then make the worst decision. All right, the hotel. I'm gonna quickly save, and we'll go.
Who is it?
Be gentle, be forceful. Let's be gentle. He's been through a lot. I am supposed to be terrible, but worse, but I'm gonna be nice to him.
I'm Miles Fordham, a private investigator. It's extremely important I speak with you, Mr. Dumas.
Private investigator. What do you want?
Just to talk. May I come in?
Yes, I suppose so.
I found your note in St. Denis Cemetery. Care to explain what it means?
How did you...
I'm a private investigator, Mr. Dumas. That's what I do. Now we can either do this the easy way or the hard way. It's up to you.
I left that note for Celine. I didn't think anyone would ever find it.
So it was you who attacked Madame Dupre?
Yes. Yes, it was me. I confess.
I can't remember the last time a suspect actually confessed. If only they were all like this.
But please, Mr. Fordham, you have to understand. The woman is evil. If only you knew what she did. Please, don't arrest me, Mr. Fordham. You have to know the truth about Madame Dupre.
Relax, Mr. Dumas. I'm not going to arrest you just yet. I'm perfectly willing to hear your side of the story. Now let's take this nice and slow.
I mean, I don't want to arrest him. I want to arrest the entire Dupre family. And even from the top. I mean, I mentioned that how many times in this video. I'm a broken record right now. But I guess before we get into these questions, I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, do I dive into this or do we wrap it up here? I'm going to wrap it up here. Because I got the shameless plug and that's going to take a lot of rambles from me. But yeah, shameless plug, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Greatly appreciated. Like, comment. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'm so close to hitting like 500 subscribers. If it happens, fantastic. If it doesn't, I mean, whatever. But shameless plugging time. So, you know, let me shameless plug it up. Also, check out my other Let's Plays as well. Words are great. The train just left. The brain train just disappeared. Anywho, I also stream on Twitch. There we go. It's back on track. I do stream on Twitch. Basically, I am doing a stream when I can, aka when the potato is asleep. I have a new category because I'm doing speedruns. It's called Potato Percent. Basically, I stream until the child is awake. So it could be 20 minutes, it could be 2 hours, it could be 3. It's a toss-up based on what potato feels like. So yeah, check out my Twitch channel. Give me a follow there if you like. Like I said, I'm doing speedruns. I was in Awful Silly Blog on Games Done Quick a while back, speedrunning Gregory Horror Show. That was fun. I'll hopefully have a link to that in the description. But yeah, that is it for me right now. Thank you so much for watching. Greatly appreciated. Hopefully you have a good morning, a good evening, good night, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.